Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the third and final instalment of the new Rheinbacher debacle trilogy. That's right, boys and girls. Welcome to another taste-off involving this new Rheinbacher Pilsner, which is out now and is no way as good as the previous Rheinbacher Pilsner. It's not really a patch on the previous one at all. The only thing that it's really got in common with the previous Rheinbacher is that it's called Rheinbacher. So there you go. So in this one, we've got, of course, the new Rheinbacher. And I'm pitting this against what I see now most probably is the best Pilsner. After this taste-off, I envisage this to be the best Pilsner in Aldi, and it is the 1079 project. That's what I'm putting up against. So, 4.5% ABV on the Rheinbacher, the new Rheinbacher, 4.6 on the 1079. So, without further ado, let's crack open the Rheinbacher Pilsner. I won't go into, a little mini review of it. I've reviewed this previous two videos involving this beer, so I'm not going to go into it more. This is just a plain, straightforward comparison between the both. All I have noticed, that I haven't noticed it before until now. That actually does say premium on the can, but it's very, very vague. I haven't enhanced it on the can to say it's a premium Pilsner, and rightly so. So there you go. That's the Rheinbacher Pilsner. So we got the 1079 project. I have been accused of being quite critical of this beer in my review of it. I look back at it and I think I wasn't that too critical. I thought I gave it a few plus points. But at the time when I was reviewing it, I was maybe in the back of my mind subconsciously thinking of the original Rheinbacher Pilsner. So it'll be a little bit more interesting, this one, I would say. So there she goes. In she goes. There. So there is a difference in colour already. That's slightly more, darker. Carbonation is pretty much identical between the two. I shall show you. Stick that over there. Oh, a little bit more in there. So this is the Rheinbacher, the new one. See that? It's kind of like a very pale straw-like. As you can see, loads of carbonation. And as you can see, there's just a amount of carbonation in the 1079. 1079 is darker in colour. Both very clear looking beers. The heads on them are pretty similar, to be honest. Similar in formulation, should I say. That's a long word for a Friday night. Formulation. So yeah, there is kind of like apart from the colour, very similar looking beers. So the aroma off the Rheinbacher, yes, you got the malty, sweet maltness there. You got a slight cheap feel to it, to be honest. And yeah, it does smell a little bit cheap. The 1079, slightly more bready biscuitiness there for me. But smells okay. You still get that maltness. So I'm going to go in first, boys and girls, with the Rheinbacher Pilsner. I've got to say cheers. Cheers. And again, sweet maltness. There's a slight. It does feel very slight. There's a slight syrupiness which I do associate with a cheaper beer, and that slight syrupiness you did not get in the original Rheinbacher. The original Rheinbacher had a slightly more rougher feel to it, but it added to the beer's character. For me, this one is quite slicky, silky, syrupy type of character to it. Now, when I first did the taste off between the Rheinbacher and the original Rheinbacher, I did not really notice the differences as much. It was the first two beers, the first beer of the evening. Actually, it was the first two beers of the evening, and I didn't really pick up the differences at the time. But after I did a review, I still had 4 cans of the original, 4 cans of the new one, and of course I'm gonna add a couple more. And the differences for me between the beers didn't become apparent until after I had a couple of each. And then you start to pick up, hang a minute, there is a difference for me. We've all got different taste buds, and sometimes, we can pick up things what other people can pick up quite slowly. And it's kind of like that with me. It's kind of like it took a good couple of cans of each to really start to become apparent how different they were. So this beer does feel cheaper. It's the mouthfeel for me what has killed this beer. It does not. It reminds me more of them little stubby French bottles for barbecues you get. The beer that Alsace brewed in Sheffield. All that rubbish. So yeah, so let's go in with the 1079 project. Cheers. There is no competition in this at all. There really isn't. This, you get a lovely malty, biscuity feel to this beer. It's quite full-bodied as well. For me, it's not, it's not up there with, your Pilsner Urquells and stuff. It's not up there. It's not in those upper echelons, but it's still a very, very nice beer for the money as well. I think it's about £2.99 for 4 of them. Can't remember again. So, I'll just top this up. I'll drink this. Well, attempt to drink it. Might go down the toilet. I'll drink it. Might as well. Yeah. So boys and girls, let's go face to face comparison. Rheinbacher Pilsner. Malty, sort of sickly sweet type of malt. Very kind of like not nasty tasting, but cheap tasting. 1079. Got more body to it. Slightly more crisp for me. Nice malty, lovely mouthfeel compared to this one. So boys and girls, the whole object of this video, this is the last one, including this one. The whole object of this video is to really find out what is now, what was the best in Aldi Pilsner has been absolutely ruined by them. And what we have now is a swing in power. Because boys and girls, for me, the best Pilsner, the best beer to go to in Aldi if you want a Pilsner, out of these two, is that one. That's the winner. And the most alarming thing about it is that this has showcased to me how much this beer has fallen from grace. If I did the original would be knock the socks off this. The original Rheinbacher Pilsner would knock the socks off this beer. But now because of what they've done to it. It's now a shadow of its former self. It really is. So boys and girls, don't bother buying that no more in Aldi. Do not waste your money. Do not waste your money. Seriously, I can't believe how bad that is until this video. Boys and girls, I have to say, go out and pick that one up. That is a little cracker of a beer, that. For the money, you can't go wrong. It's a nice beer. So thank you very much for this, boys and girls. Obviously, there is questions to be asked at head office at Aldi. Direct your hate mail to them and ask them, what the hell have you done to your beloved Rheinbacher Pilsner? And in that score, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching this beer review. As ever, please subscribe, note them in the comments, ring my bell down there, and I shall see all of you again on my next one. So cheers.